Hey guys, just a quick little note before this podcast starts. So, as I've been editing, some new information came out regarding the ammo that we have talked about in this game. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put up a little image here. I think you'll be able to see it now, and you can go check it out on the Reddit or they posted it on Instagram, I believe. So if you do have any kind of things about that you want to see, go check it out. Note that some of the information we talk about in this video because of it will be wrong. But yeah, anyway, we'll probably talk more about those specifics in the next episode. So yeah, look forward to that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Yeet. Hello everybody, welcome to Hunt Showdown, a discussion series. This is episode 3. And yeah, it's a fun time. I'm your host, Max, and today joining me are my two co-hosts, Noodle.
Hello.
And Nuno.
Hi.
Just to clarify, Noodle's Ethan.
Showing some real enthusiasm over there, Nuno, I see.
Yes.
Always enthusiastic.
I'm thrilled to
He
be
sounds
doing
absolutely loving it. Sounds like he's loving it.
Good to be back. But yeah, we've got some interesting topics for today to talk about. Hopefully some people find it interesting as well. So I guess without further ado, might as well talk about the big news of the town. The new ammo types.
Oh, it's a spicy one.
It is a very spicy one.
I've got the image up, so I'm not talking complete arse.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So guys, let's pretend that I've not been doing my research and I didn't know about this, and give us a briefing about the new ammo.
All right. For one, scroll up in the Discord a bit.
Holy shit!
For
All right.
And then two,
yeah, we'll
have a look.
We'll run through it. So there was also a nice little image which someone highlighted all the different guns that the weapon, like the bullets were for. So I'll put that up on the screen as well, just so it makes it a bit clearer in that way. But
It's more impressive than what we've got.
So what there is obviously you've got the crossbow bolts, which are just the same, like the full ones. However, in the small crossbow bolts, they've added two new ones. And by looking at them, you can see that one of them almost looks like the end of a choke bomb. I don't know if that'll, I don't know how the hell that would work.
I don't know what that is. It's a
Could
little
be a
grey
thing.
blob.
Yeah, and then the other one looks
Could
like
be
it has
anything, to be fair.
spikes on the end of it. So maybe some kind of maybe like it's like a bleeding, like a
Wait,
or
doesn't
like a more
doesn't
bleeding
crossbow?
wound. Yeah, crossbow's already
Yeah.
cause bleeding,
All
so
right.
like maybe like a even more bleeding. I
So
don't know.
Heavy
what
bleeding?
crossbows?
Bleeding?
Wait, what crossbows we have right
Or
now?
maybe
we have,
they're taking bleeding off normal crossbows.
True. Maybe.
but that wouldn't make sense because
Yeah.
throwing knives cause bleeding.
Yeah.
And
True.
but so we have regular crossbow, big crossbow, poison, and shot bolt, right?
Yeah, and
Or-
then
or
there's
an
also
explosive.
the explosive. Yeah.
So the
It does look like a
things they
firework.
could add was,
Hmm.
I mean, they could add choke bombs to the crossbow, but I think that would be a waste of a weapon essentially
Yeah, I
because
mean because
it's
I
not
don't
gonna add
know.
more damage. It's
Yeah, exactly.
insane in certain positions, but you're basically saying, I'm not using like a secondary.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
let's pretend that it's a small slot.
I mean, if it did similar damage to, say, the poison crossbow,
Yeah.
on contact,
Maybe.
which is like, or maybe if it does
but the
half
poison
damage or something.
crossbow is like sharp. It's sharp, so it's meant to
No, it's
pierce
not.
and do
It's
more.
not.
Wait,
It's
what
actually
the poison?
it's rounded. All the poison, small poison and crossbow does is it shoots like a little vial of poison at the player basically.
I thought it was like inject some poison,
No.
like a fucking glowing dart.
That would be cool actually. Oh,
I
blowing
don't
dart
know,
in the
I-
game? Oh.
Oh, I'm down.
Can't
Can't wait to try another thing and lose immediately.
Yeah. So I guess if it deals the same damage, but still, like the poison damage is effective as a weapon. The choke bomb is effective at doing one thing,
Which is
and
just
all
putting
right, actually
fire out.
two things and two things only, which is putting out fire and covering a certain door for like
Yeah.
2 minutes, whatever. So as a weapon, it would be a waste of space as a weapon.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
I wouldn't get it unless I'm very confident that I have like an automat or an
Mhm.
aftermat, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna spray everyone down.
So yeah, I mean we'll see what they do with that, because I think it's difficult to tell from those, at least because they don't have a specific color. Like it's not red or something,
Yeah,
so it's
but
you can't tell if it's an
they could add
explosive. They
fire like
yeah,
a burning crossbow. Like so, instead of being like
incendiary.
a choke, it could like just as it touches like triggers like some sort of explosion that burns
Yeah, yeah,
like
it's sort of like
like
a
a
mini
cocktail
hellfire,
molotov.
mini
Yeah.
Oh
hellfire.
god, because that's what we need, more fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be interesting
Mm, I'll think of that.
because people do like it. That's better than poison, in my opinion, because like, all right, you just take the poison and you can't see very well, or
Well, the
and you
problem is
most likely have
the poison
most-
only takes effect if it actually hits as well.
yeah.
It doesn't give an area of effect.
Yeah, not
When you
really.
burn someone, if it's like the game now has like 3 tiers of burning, right? If
Yeah.
it's instantly a tier 2, means that it will actually start burning. So
Mm.
you need to stop the burning,
And if you
which
keep
is
and
very
yeah,
effective because basically they're stunned for about 5 seconds.
yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, it'd
I
be
think that
interesting.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, I think we might see more of that with the bullets, just from looking at them, like the colors. Like
There's an awful lot of them.
So we'll just go through what they are. So the middle one's obviously shotgun shells. It looks like there's kind of there's your normal yellow one. That's how they usually look, I believe. I might be wrong completely, but I think that's usually how
Judging
they are.
by how the shot ball looks, I think
Yeah.
that's true.
Then there is the yellow one with like half is grey and spikes at the
The
bottom.
spiky looking one.
You
That-
should probably put this image on the video
Yeah.
as we speak of it.
Yeah, I said I did.
Don't
it.
worry, he's good like
Alright.
that.
Alright.
So basically, it's got like some spikes on the end of it. It seems maybe a bleeding shotgun round or something like that, or I don't know.
That's what we need.
Not sure exactly. It could be like a shotgun round where it.
Bit like
basically
a
just-
shrapnel round.
yeah,
But then
it
I
just-
suppose that's what a shotgun is.
In a way, yeah, but it's just this shrapnel.
It'd be like
will
a
make you
frag bomb in
bleed.
a.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think what
And a
we
shotgun
really need is
cartridge.
I think what we really need is a Crown King that causes bleeding. I think
Oh,
that's what the
yeah.
game's missing. Kill me,
Then there's
please.
the little kind of smaller one at the bottom, which is a bit like browny colored. That one, I'm not gonna lie, no idea what it could be.
I hope it's a slug round.
That would be cool.
I want a
Um,
slug round.
Wait, what is a slug round?
Just
A slug round is where it's just a really big pellet instead of a
Yeah.
load of little ones.
and it generally goes further
Alright.
because of that. It's
Yep.
it's like just imagine like firing a normal bullet.
But
in
from a
way.
shotgun.
From a shotgun, yeah. Then there's
Alright.
this green one, which has a similar shape at least to that brown one, so maybe something going on there.
Something related, yeah.
However,
Maybe
green-
they might change the type of ammo from like imagine normal shotguns to compact shotguns, like the medium versions,
That's
and
true.
that
Yeah, that'd be
since
interesting.
it's basically the same with a smaller size, that
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be it.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, you might be right there. Which would mean these two smaller ones might be just a normal shot and a slightly different shot for the
That's
small
true,
ones.
yeah.
That is a good possibility.
Wait, a
Obviously, though,
compact shotgun's getting their own ammo now.
we don't know.
Is that
It's
confirmed or not?
Not confirmed at all, really.
Ah,
This is
fair
the
enough.
this is the biggest like thing
Yeah.
about the ammo we've got. The only other things before was just the fact that ammo would be would be changed and there'd be custom ammo.
Yeah,
types.
yeah.
So now this is here. But yeah, obviously the green as well could like maybe be poison. We don't know. Then there's this white and red one, which is I don't know. I'd say maybe it could be an incendiary, but there's an orange one as well, which makes me think.
Yeah,
that one's
it's hard to avoid
probably-
that glaring orange
Yeah.
shell.
So, I mean, with these ones at least, not particularly sure, right? Like,
Do you
Could be a
think
bit of
it's
anything.
possible for a shotgun bullet to flash an enemy? Is
ooh,
that
I mean, maybe.
imagine as
Would that
it
not flash the user though?
might be worth
mean,
it though. Yeah, so
I mean,
Depends.
that's gonna
So-
turn into a
As
blind fist fight really quickly.
as it's going down the barrel, it could flush instead of like actually just hitting the enemy and flushing. That would be retarded, I think. I mean, we have a bomb lance in the game, so I don't know. But yeah, as you're shooting through the barrel, it could flush, and maybe I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Potentially.
because like it's at the end of the barrel, it gets
Yeah.
blocked by the weapon in some way, and so you get like half flushed
That,
instead
I
of fully
guess.
flushed, and that would be kind of worth it,
Maybe.
especially at close quarters, because you're using a shotgun, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I,
that's
I think
true.
it would have some value. So the flash would be very small. So a person standing like around 10 to 15 meters would barely get flashed, but someone that is actually at shotgun range would get completely blind, and you'd get half blind.
Yeah. Maybe. It could be.
Could be something to work
It
around.
actually could be something, but I mean, I don't know how deep into the weird like ammo types they're going with this, to be honest. So yeah, we will just see.
Don't know how wacky they're making them.
Oh, just another thing actually, I forgot to mention. That little brownie one looks like it has a copper coil at the end of it, which could mean,
So it does.
I don't know. I mean, there's electricity in the game, right? So maybe it's like some weird charged one. It would be weird.
Oh, do you
if they
think
did
they're
something
adding
like
any
that, but
type of damage?
that could be
They could,
cool if they did, but I don't know. I guess there's already so many different types of things, like damage types, that maybe they don't
how
want
does
to
your?
go into.
I mean, you could add electric damage from having like from the perspective that usually you have a bullet
Well, yeah, I
that
mean,
drops damage. It drops its damage the longer it travels because it loses momentum. But so you'd shoot the bullet, and you have two types of damage on that bullet. The electric damage that remains always the same, it's constant, and the impact damage, which will drop with the distance. So
okay,
that could
yeah,
be, but it's not much different from the explosive arrows or something like that,
yeah,
or
true.
explosive shot hole. It's basically the same concept, but not in an area. It's,
Yeah,
so it's worse,
yeah,
I'd say.
true. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just have to see with all of these, but I guess we might as well move on to the actual
The elephant in the
bullets.
room.
Well, I was gonna say more. Well,
The
I
elephant
guess-
on the table.
Yeah, so I think we can quickly just run through which guns are included. So as you can see on the screen, the Bornheim bullets are the ones next to the big ass nitro ones on the left. And there you can see there's 3 bullets. There seems to be a normal one with a little red kind of marking, and then a kind of copper looking one. Next to that, you've got the Lamat bullets, which there's like a normal one, again the red one, and then a one with a black marking at the bottom
Wait,
of it.
are these confirmed?
This is official from
so
the
well,
devs.
So well, this
Well,
the,
it's a
the-
teaser from the devs. This image.
Yeah. No, but obviously, Nuno's I think is asking about whether the bullets are. We know that these are the guns that they're for, and yes, somebody
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
compared it to the bullets in the game to get a like grasp of which ones are which, and then they made a diagram for it, and that's the thing that I've put up on the screen.
Because
All
there are
right,
some
so
people a lot
we're
more
s-
dedicated to this than us.
So we're assuming that each weapon will have 3 different types of bullets.
Yeah, that's what we've been given here,
But
except for
how
the
would it-
shotguns. And,
How would it work if you're like mixing bullets in the same weapon?
well, we don't know. That's, they haven't.
we don't know yet.
That just seems weird to me.
I'm assuming it's you pick one ammo type.
Yeah, maybe.
Per
loadout.
I mean, we'll see. They just saying also the devs did say that they will be revealing more details over the coming weeks through their social channels. So, like Facebook, Twitter, and
I've just seen that. That was on the Steam today.
So, which means that basically we will know more about this kind of stuff hopefully soon. But yeah, moving on. There are no Dolk bullets on here, if I am correct. They don't actually.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, imagine Dolk bullets on
Being
here.
any more broken.
Yeah. Then the next one from the Lamat is the Cadwell one. On the Cadwell one, you can see that they have a sort of it looks like a kind of normal Cadwell bullet, the kind of copper looking one. Then the second one along is like it's got the black bottom on, similar to the Lamat.
Yeah.
And then the last one, which has like a broken end almost, which maybe could be like I guess like a
bleeding
around
damage or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
around
that
the
could
fractures
cause
on
bleeding.
yeah. And do you know what would be a cool thing to add in the game? When the bullets with like the kind of end splitter shot, like a whistling sound, because they would make that if they're shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be
cool
interesting. That'd be a
little-
good way to
Uh,
identify them as well.
I wonder if the purpose of these bullets is more focused towards PvE than PvP. Like, so if they're adding like bullets that are better at dealing with armored or
yeah.
dealing with like certain types of
Mm.
enemies. So like, imagine like you have some of the bullets here are pretty flat. So imagine
Yeah.
if a bullet doesn't actually pierce through an emulator and doesn't cause him
But
to
I mean,
explode.
that would be like that's. I mean, I'm just kind of saying, by normal standards, it's impossible for even a bullet with like a flat head to not.
Yeah, I
penetrate
know,
anyway.
but
It'd need
once
to be
again, we
shot
haven't
out of,
done
like-
once.
I think
Yeah. Okay.
I think the devs here are probably aiming to change PvP more than anything, and any changes to like the meta in PvE is sort of coincidental
Mm.
almost.
Okay.
That's what I personally assume anyway, because I
So-
don't see why
But like,
they'd bother adding all these ammo types just to kill mobs.
so we're
Like, that's
assuming
not where
like
the fun is at.
we're assuming these are sets of. So they're not, and by the color schemes, they're not giving all the weapons the same types of sets of 3.
No,
Right.
by the looks
So
of things,
some
yeah.
of them have
No,
green,
they're
which
different.
imply that they possibly could deal poison damage. Some
Yeah.
of them are
Also-
broken at
At the end,
the
some of
front, which
them-
imply that they could be doing
yeah.
bleeding damage.
A lot of them have like a black ribbon at the bottom of them.
Yeah, they do.
As well.
I wonder if they'll
There's the
add
red one as well.
tracer rounds to.
That's what I'm
Maybe,
thinking. I'm
yeah.
thinking those red ones could potentially be tracers.
Yeah, that would make sense.
to so that you can see better where you're shooting. But at the same time, that would be better for your enemy because
But it'd also be better for
Yeah.
newer players as well.
it'd be better for
Yes.
adjusting. Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, we might as well-
especially for like snipers.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if you got a Mosin
Yeah, Moses.
with
Oh,
sniper scope smith on it. That'd be
Yeah.
so you see exactly where your shot hit. That'd be pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, because like so the first set was the Bornheim, right?
Yes.
Yeah, first was Bornheim.
It makes sense that the Bornheim would be one of the or the pistol with tracers because you're gonna spam that shit.
Maybe. I mean,
I
yeah,
think
and the
so that makes the
Lamar,
most
would
sense.
have it as well potentially if we're thinking of that. Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
will find out hopefully soon. But yeah, the next one in
Anyway,
the train
rest of the guns.
is the Nagant pistols. So you've got like the flat tip
Is that
one, but that's the normal.
when you
bullet.
say Nagant pistols? Is that a regular Nagant or including Nagant
Officer.
officer?
It's all
or
of them. They all
officer
use the
brawler.
same
Okay.
ammo.
Oh right,
ammunition.
cool.
All right.
So the first bullet, like the golden one, is the normal one. Second one looks to be like almost cone shaped in a way with the like it's all kind of coppery bright orange.
Yeah,
So I don't know what that could do.
looks quite similar to that shotgun shell in the middle, the orange one.
Yeah, it does. Then it's obviously this is the first time we see the kind of green and copper one, which we think probably would be poison, right?
You'd assume so, by considering there's nothing else really associated with green in the game at all,
Yeah, exactly.
other than trees and leaves.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Bushes. Yeah. Anyway.
I think that comes under trees and leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. All right.
Don't worry, we know.
Anyway, the Pax is the next one, which there's the normal bullet, then potentially this tracer round, and then the split end. So maybe some kind of shrapnel bursting round.
Yeah.
Bleeding maybe. Then the next one on is the Winfield. We got the normal, the tracer, and then this kind of, I guess it's just like an all copper style one. No green on this, so maybe it could be
No,
similar to the
nothing
one
at
in
all.
the Gant, but it's kind of a different color. It's actually closest to the
Yeah.
Bornheim one that we saw at the start. So
Unless they're all the same, and the one on the Nagant's just
weird.
looks darker by coincidence.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, then the next one is the Vetterli. That's like your normal bullet. Then you've got this potentially trace, and then the black ribbon one. I really want to know what the black ribbon one would be. That it sounds cool. Just thinking
Could
about
just
it.
be like a high velocity round or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Although
then
I don't know
again-
how they'd implement that into doing anything else.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. Next one's the Springfield rounds, where you have the normal one, the black ribbon. Actually, oh no, sorry, that's the split top.
Yeah.
And then we've
And the
got,
one next to it is all black
Yeah,
with a
full
white
black.
band.
yeah, which is interesting. Don't know, we haven't
Don't
seen,
know what
and,
that one
and
could
even at
be.
the bottom there's a bit of red, which, yeah, we'll see, because that's not been seen on at least as we're going through it. We haven't seen that one before. Then there's these 3 rounds in the middle. The next ones, which we don't know what they are.
Really?
Seems they haven't been like
Is it time for a
so
new weapon finally?
new
Something
ammo for something
unique?
And I'm just thinking. I mean, it could be like I think they maybe teased the new what's it called? Oh my god, lever action guns. God, that took me a second.
I'd be
Alright.
down for a new lever action gun. Anything
So,
but the Winfield.
If
To be
this
fair,
is
that
some,
would be really good.
yeah, if this is for some more high-powered lever action, that would
I'd be
make
all
sense
down
as well,
for that.
because like look at the bigger ammo, probably does more damage than the crappy Winfield
Looks like
ones.
that's definitely medium ammo.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
the medium
they could-
section.
They could have a
So,
lever action weapon that deals way more damage, or
yeah,
Just with
and
a
just have,
smaller
like,
cartridge or something.
just have 5 bullets.
Cartridge? That's the
Yeah.
wrong word.
Because like
Yeah.
Smaller magazine.
the problem with adding a more powerful lever action is the weapon. If you just buff the Winfield, the weapon is still kind of shit. With levering, the
Yeah.
Winfield is actually pretty capable weapon.
yeah.
So you just
well,
need to be
close
careful not
range.
to
I mean,
medium.
It
you
depends.
you keep saying medium, but I'm yet to be killed by a levering at medium range. So
Yeah, that's not good.
And I
I'd
die
say
a lot.
up till. I mean, I think it depends on our definition of medium. I think it's effective up till like 15 meters.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
okay,
guess
so that's
it
more
depends.
close than anything else.
When I think close, I'm thinking the range of like 7 meters.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Fair
can
So,
understand
like,
where you're coming from.
Shotgun area, shotgun range, like where the shotgun can actually like deal damage.
I think for me, medium's about 30 meters.
Yeah.
That's already like terrain for like the Martinis and the Springfields. Like,
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't,
but
I think
Martinis and Springfields can also
Yeah,
fire from a
because
lot further back.
then long range is like for the best place for snipers and marksman scopes.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I take it, at least. But yeah, anyway, that's a kind of slightly different
Whole other-
discussion.
Whole other kettle of fish.
Yeah. Next one along is the uppercut. This time there's only 2 bullets. It seems the
So there
normal
is.
one kind of, but it seems the end is actually black.
Do we know
Um,
that they've included the normal rounds in this? Or are they all?
It's.
Or
I
these
mean,
all
I'm,
new?
I'm assuming all the weapons will have a normal round.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, are they included in this image?
Yeah, well, it
Then
looks
again,
like it.
I assume since they
They,
put the
yeah, they
crossbows
they
in.
look the same, like the for most of them, except for like
Yeah,
I
I
don't
see
know.
what
I
you
think
mean.
all of them actually they just have the basic round,
Yeah.
except for now the uppercut. Unless it's just the lighting is weird. Normally the top
I think
is
it's probably just a
silver,
weird lighting.
So
I'm just
either it's-
assuming they'll
yeah.
make. I'm just assuming they'll make this like they do with everything, which is acquire XP through using the weapon by using the weapons and unlock the bullets. Which
Yeah,
for some
maybe.
weapons will be a pain in the ass, like the Winfield. Oh, all the variants and the bullets, like it seems impossible. But for
I suppose
weapons
with the
that don't have-
Winfield though, you tend to pick your favorite out of the many
Yeah.
variants.
Yeah, but with for weapons that don't have variants or don't have many, feels nice, feels decent. I just don't
Yeah.
know if it's gonna be like the XP will be acquired in a parallel manner. So you get the XP and you get for both the bullets and the weapons, or if it's like
Well,
Or
I think
if
the thing
it's
is
in a
we don't
straight
know
line.
how they're implementing it yet to
yeah.
like match
Yeah.
balancing
I,
and
ju-
things.
I just would hate if it would be if the XP gathering would be like in a straight line oh, you now unlock this variant, then you unlock the bullet, then you unlock another variant, then
Yeah,
another
that'd be a
variant.
pain in the ass. I can see where
Yeah.
you're coming from.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's true. We'll see how they implement
It'd
it. I
make
guess,
it'd make
but it would. I think.
yeah, it'd make unlocking the Mosin variants an absolute ball ache.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna stick around at Prestige 100, not level 100 for a while.
But yeah,
If you really want to use some of the
if you
stuff.
really wanted to. But yeah, we have like the uppercut one, which has the kind of red ribbon black top. So the second was something, maybe even the. Oh, I guess that's probably the flash round or whatever. Oh my god, tracer round. I'm an idiot.
Flash round.
Flash round. Going back to the fucking shotgun shells again. God damn it. The next one along is the Sparks. Here we have 3 bullets. One of them looks to be the poison one, that we think is. There's obviously the normal one, and then the tracer. Then moving along, there's Martini, which has 4 of them actually. There's this orangey one, which looks quite similar to
all the other orangey coloured ones.
Yeah, or the Nagant mainly. Look at the specific color. Like,
yeah,
I think so. Maybe there's some interesting kind of matchup there. Then we have a tracer.
what we're assuming is a tracer.
Yeah. Then we have this like golden with the black bottom, and then we have this full black. This is the same one as
similar to the Springfield. Yeah.
Also, sorry, I think I've just been an idiot. The first Martini round is the normal one. I think it just has this kind of orange casing, so I think that's.
Wait. Can I?
Nope, you're not allowed.
Spit another thought out.
Go on, spit it.
So what if there's a round? So what if there's a round that's like not flammable, like a round that will set people on fire? Because that's kind of stupid unless we're talking about cross. But
I wonder if that's what the tracer rounds could be doing.
Just around that when you shoot oil, for example, puts oil on fire, makes it, or when you shoot a barrel, it explodes instantly.
What if the tracer rounds cause like low tier burns?
Yeah, that'd be interesting actually. That way, it's not like an
incendiary. And then that way they could do the same. Yeah, it's not an incendiary, but they could do the same thing you've just described there, and have a purpose in PvP.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works.
Potentially, anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is the Labelle. Normal round. The tracer one potentially, and then this sharp-looking motherfucker over here. Really like pointed tip.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe just like an armor piercing type thing. Maybe it goes through metal. That would be.
I think we were talking about an armor piercing when this image first came out.
Yeah, we were like, oh, it'd be interesting to see if they actually make it so you can shoot through like metal, or maybe concertinas.
I wonder if that's what like a high velocity could be.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you could puncture metal.
Because like in the game normally, right?
Because let's be honest, a pretty flimsy sheet of corrugated metal.
Yeah, that's not gonna hold.
Stops all sorts of bullets in Hunt.
Yeah, well, I mean, even nitro bullets, right? So.
I think to some extent, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I mean, come on. it feels like, for realism's sake, as much as the game may not be realistic in some.
It'd obviously be like massively reduced damage, but
yeah,
like just the ability to puncture the metal, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could change the way it. Could change how people consider their color.
Yeah, exactly.
And it might force people to peek when maybe they thought they were safe.
True. Yeah, the Mosins, the next one. You've got like the normal bullet, then you've got the supposed tracer round,
the red tipped one,
and then as like the Labelle, this kind of sharp ended one. And then the last ones, which I think I mentioned at the start, nitro.
The big fat mamas.
Yeah, there's the normal. There is this kind of weird one that
I think that's like a black sort of.
Well, yeah, it's like the Martini or the Springfield
rounds.
So something specific.
Looks very similar.
And then the one with the black end with a split tip, which makes it more. I guess we suspect that it's like it splits or something, or it breaks on impact and shatters. We don't know exactly. I don't know how useful that'd be on a nitro, since it's usually a one shot, but Hey,
It depends on the distance,
well, yeah,
though.
and the legs.
Yeah,
Once you
You
get
hit the
past,
legs
I
and stuff or
yeah.
whatever, and like weird, and obviously
Yeah.
wall bangs come into it. So yeah, I know there's differences, but you know we will see on that. Obviously,
We'll have to wait and see. I think that's the problem, and
yeah
we're all impatient.
the Dulk was not included in this. I'll just repeat it again.
Good.
There is a image of the bullet in the top left of the image on the screen, and obviously it doesn't match up with any of these on here.
I wonder if some bullets will actually change the handling of the weapon.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, think about it,
deals
right?
a bit more damage, but yeah,
Like you're shooting
increases the handling.
an insanely high speed shot. You're gonna take a bunch of recoil, right? Like,
Yeah. Something to almost balance it.
yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, just another thing. I know it's probably a very slight detail, but it's one of the only like texts you're able to really read. Is on the shotgun shell, the white one. It actually says star shell. I know it doesn't give a lot of stuff away, right? But
let's think about that. Stars are bright.
Yeah.
Stars are pointy.
So maybe
And stars flash.
Nuno, were you right? Yeah, well,
If you're right about this, I'll buy you a beer.
To be fair, I think it would be interesting.
Nobody quote that.
I'm taking it down. You definitely gonna owe
Bastard.
Nuno a beer.
Oh,
or
absolutely.
whatever. But yeah, so that's kind
You can have an orange juice.
OJ.
Give me some OJ.
But yeah, that's kind of quick rundown. Quick, I say. Rundown of the bullets that we've got.
What the fuck we think's going on?
We probably don't know as much as many other people.
We're definitely going to be wrong.
Yeah.
I can't
obviously,
wait.
For the latest updates, you should probably follow like Hunt Showdown on all their social media and stuff. And also, I highly recommend the Reddit. Lots of fun stuff goes on there.
Many a meme.
So I mean, that's definitely some interesting news recently. But speaking on like sort of weapons and ammo and stuff, I want to kind of move on to a slightly different thing, which is just along the lines of dirty weapons.
That's not the note I wrote down.
Yes, I know. You said something about cracks on scopes.
No.
Whatever.
Say it properly now.
I don't remember how you wrote it down.
Cracks.
Dirty cracks.
Is it literally just dirty cracks?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a. I mean, I don't think it's a well-known fact because I literally realized like properly recently.
We only learnt this earlier.
That when a weapon is contraband, there's cracks on the scopes. Obviously, you'll notice it when you're playing, but you might not ever clock on that it's because it's contraband. I thought that it might have potentially been if it's like dirtier, or basically not as clean.
If the weapon needs a good scrub.
Yeah. However, that isn't the case. But I do think that it would be cool to implement something like that, right? You know, a feature where if your weapon is dirtier, it will, in some very slight aspect, maybe hinder you. Now, I know some people maybe would be like, oh, that's unfair or whatever. But in my eyes, it gives a purpose for cleaning your weapon. Because right now there's none except for aesthetics, right? Yeah, you clean it because it looks, mucky. But in actual combat, right, if you've got a muddy-ass gun...
Yeah, there's obstruction on the barrel.
Like lower handling, maybe, or like the scope is slightly, faded or something. Like I'm just, spitting ideas, but I think that it would add a bit more of the, it's those little details in the game that, I think a lot of the time I notice and I'm like, that's cool that it, you can do that, or that's cool that that's a thing. I think this would be one of those that would be like I would genuinely like to have it in the game.
Because if let's imagine the weapon's like full of so the friction between your hand and the weapon, it's actually it's way less than if you're holding just metal.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it makes sense that the handling is decreased, because it's harder to grip onto your weapon. Mm-hmm. Also, it makes sense the damage might be slightly nerfed, because there's obstruction on the barrel. And it makes sense that it's harder to see through scopes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's dirty.
It's got mud on it or something. Like I don't know if it would, there should be like cracks on the scopes like there are on contraband ones.
Maybe just a bit. Maybe
but,
just
like, maybe
a bit
just-
of mud.
Yeah, like a bit, bit of mud around the sides, maybe, or like there's a little smudge on it or something. Obviously it gets worse the dirtier it is because there is a kind of a scale in a way. Like you pick up a body of
It's either clean,
yeah,
it's a bit scruffy, or it's fucked.
it's just full of mud.
That's the scale.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just I think that it would be cool to implement such a, it's kind of, I don't know, an idea into it where you get you get sort of
Give
this
the
extra
gun
little
oil a bit of
detail.
a purpose as
Yeah,
well.
the gun oil, and also like you use blood bonds to clean your weapon, so like you get a contraband weapon or something, or you find a nitro in a tower but it's a bit dirty, right? And you get it home. You probably won't clean it now, but if you know that you'll potentially perform better if you do, I think you should do it. Or some people might be like, oh, what if people don't have blood bonds? Where, right? Then
They're not that hard to get.
one,
They've added
they're not super hard to get.
they've added more to the game with the little
Yeah,
sacks
exactly.
of them.
The little sacks. You get
If you
them
find a
from
little
your-
sack that's
from-
like 2 or 3, that's
yeah.
enough to clean a weapon.
You get them from your
Yeah.
weekly. Maybe
I
they
do,
could reduce the price to just one. I don't know. I don't like. Or if they really wanted, and they were like, oh, because it's a game aspect, they could change it just to the $100. It'll cost like you like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
$100.
Yeah.
Not even that. 50.
Holy shit, that's it.
25.
I mean, it would have to depend
I
on the
think-
weapon.
Depends how
Yeah.
dirty it is.
I'm not paying $50 to fucking clean my Springfield,
No,
but
yeah.
no, exactly. But if
I
if you
could
think
pay
if you think it's
$200
worth,
to clean
if
my
you
nitro.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think
It's like it's all down to like if you think it's worth it.
yeah, yeah.
I think is the point.
Exactly. Like, I think it should be a choice for the player to make. But like in the kind of whole sense of the game, it will give you an advantage. Whatever weapon you use, it's just whether you think it's worth it to pay this price for it, or and obviously you could make it more expensive for bigger guns. Maybe I think that could be like a cool thing because obviously it takes more effort to clean them. It could be more expensive the dirtier it is because obviously there's the scale of wears. So I think there's a lot of different things that they could do with it, but I think they should just they should add something like that in, since they already have like the cracked scope on a contraband sniper or whatever, or a Deadeye or whatever. So I think that it's a cool little idea. I don't know if there might be some debates to be had with it on like the fairness of it, I guess, or adding more like kind of transactions to the game.
It's making sure you don't hit that pay to win.
Yeah, of course.
It's like did you ever play War Thunder? Once you got past the basic few tiers, it becomes very grindy and quite pay to win quite quickly. I mean, to be fair, it is a free game. That's expected.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But when you're paying 20-30 quid for a full blown game, you don't want any transactions in there.
Yeah, exactly.
That aren't cosmetic.
And I think that if they, since blood bonds are the premium currency, right? So not everybody's gonna have them. So you make it the $100, right? And people could then complain like, "Oh, you're making it pay to win," but I'm just gonna point out the fact that the good guns cost more. The good guns cost more, right? So if
you also can't buy $100 either. Yeah,
exactly. So it's not even pay to win in the aspect of like putting money into the game, and it's not pay to win in the sense that you're basically saying, oh, like this player has a better advantage because they fucking have a shit ton of money, because like everyone has to do it. It goes for literally the rest of the game. It's so brutal, the fact that you run out of money. You're playing with a Winfield and a conversion pistol or a Nagant pistol, right?
Yeah.
Whereas somebody who's racked a bunch of kills and won a bunch of matches, they're gonna get like a Nagant sniper or something, and then a uppercut, and like it's, people may be like, oh, it creates a disparity, but there already is that disparity in the game.
There already is,
which is one of the cool things about it, I guess, or the interesting things about it, depending on how you look at it, is it kind of artificially creates this kind of like, you lose, you get fucked in the next game as well.
I think once you learn what hunt is, you realize it's not going to be easy on you regardless.
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah,
fact.
I don't think anyone would get pissy for like getting a slight nerf because they don't have enough money to clean up their weapons, because it's better
Bear in
than
mind,
not
we are
having
we are
enough-
talking about like a really slight nerf here,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
a percent or two in handling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not game breaking.
No, definitely not.
No.
But
I
no,
mean, then
it's
again,
just
it'd be cool to obviously hear any other like kind of arguments against it or for it. If anybody has any ideas.
yeah,
leave
make
them
us
down.
feel good about
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Leave them
Don't
down
make
in
us
the
feel bad.
comments. Yeah, don't.
We don't want to be sad.
Better not disagree with us. God damn it.
Yeah, that's illegal.
I'll kill you.
Insta
I
ban
won't. I
from
promise.
from everything.
But yeah, I mean, that's just kind of a quick idea. I don't really think there's much more to be said on that specifically.
No, I don't think there is either.
But there's something that made me really angry recently, and Ethan knows this because he's been playing with me a bunch. and I've
Oh
been
my god, where the
complaining.
fuck did that bitch come from?
Okay, quick rundown. Things in Hunt spawn in procedurally. As you move through the map, things will spawn in because
Make sure
it would be
It isn't laggy
Yeah.
as shit.
it'd be a huge load on all the players to like load in all the individual.
It'd be essentially
mobs
loading the
everywhere.
whole map constantly.
So like you might sometimes notice you go somewhere, you pass some crows, they go off, they fly off, and then you go back that way. The crows might have respawned in a nearby place. Now that happens for everything pretty much. So what's happened recently at least is I noticed it at first. Sometimes they'd spawn like 20 meters in front of you and you just see them pop into existence, and I'd be like, ugh, that's kind of annoying, but whatever, right? It happens.
What can I do about it?
Yeah. But then there's been times recently where it's like things spawning right in front of me, like a meter away from me, and I'm like, what? How? And there's
Yeah,
even
I
times
have
when
noticed that a few times.
when I like this was the worst time that it happened. It didn't cost
This is where
me
that
anything.
quote came from.
Yeah, I just walk into this house at Port Rica, the one kind of on the
The big shit shack.
yeah, on the west side, the big shit shack where the clue always spawns. Ran into there, start getting the clue, and then I just hear a zombie spawn in behind me. And
No, it was a hive.
was it a hive? Oh my god!
Yeah, that's why you like that bitch.
Yeah. I think you killed it before I could like
Yeah.
properly see it. But yeah,
I was just confused as to how you got in front of it.
yeah, it spawned in, and I was like, what the hell? How can this spawn in? Like that's potentially
You're not allowed to do that.
like I think that would be something that it hasn't affected me in a way where it's detrimented my like PvP experience yet. But it's one, it kind of ruins sort of like the kind of atmosphere in a way.
Immersion.
It's like, yeah, the immersion. A thing just spawns in front of you or behind you, I guess, in this scenario. And yeah, what can you do about it? It looks weird. It's not like game like it's just odd. So
Bit broken.
yeah,
More than anything.
I would like it if that would be somehow fixed, or at least
I'd like it to not be broken.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, it could even potentially affect the PvP aspect of it. You run into a house to take cover, you run through it, and
You think you're fine, and then all of a sudden,
and then
you're getting attacked by an immolator in
yeah,
the back.
you're healing, and some like armored comes up to you and whacks you in the head, and you're like, all right, what? Like
I didn't want that health anyway. Fuck you.
exactly. I don't rate that about it, like the fact that that's a possibility from it. But I mean, I don't know. Other people may have had bigger problems with it, or less problems. I haven't seen that many people talking about it, which
I think it's just
yeah,
I think it was just a bad server day.
probably
That
yeah.
day,
I mean,
probably,
but that is still something.
it
where,
could have been really annoying.
yeah, exactly. And I think that
Could have been a bigger
something-
problem than it was.
It's something that needs to be sorted, because
Yeah,
I
agree.
don't want that to be happening. It kind of ruins my experience a little bit in terms of the immersion, but hey ho, that's just me complaining about a stupid little issue.
Yeah, I think
If you've ever had some shitty experiences with that one, leave it down below. Might be
let us know. We'll
interesting
put a list of rants together.
Hell yeah. List
And
of
in
rants.
terms of immersion, I think by default, all the mobs should be spawned at the beginning of the game, and no, and having no despawns or spawns. But I guess that would kill the server, and especially
Did
my
it-
computer.
Only
Yeah.
problem with that is as well, it's like once an area is being cleared, it'll then be permanently cleared.
Yeah, which shouldn't be really a thing, because you want it to be like every time someone leaves an area, new mobs will be there, so then somebody can't just run through freely.
Yeah.
But I do think that for immersion's sake, at least, it would be interesting to have all the mobs spawned in, like for the areas
Maybe
that
just
like the player is next
spawn
to. know.
them further away.
Yeah,
Increase the range.
yeah.
Like
So,
the bubble that every player has
exactly.
around
Like
them.
I think that would probably fix a lot of the issues.
But then again,
yeah.
Hunt is a hard to run game already.
Yeah, exactly.
They've done the best. They've done a very good job to optimize it. I don't think
Yeah.
reversing that progress would be good.
I don't know. Maybe what they do is that imagine they despawned all the mobs in an area that doesn't have hunters, and then they just respawn them as hunters are coming in, and that's why you have problems.
Maybe
That's why because the game is way more optimized than it was before.
true. There could be a
So
lot of things playing into it.
That's something they might have done.
But
Just
I just
despawn all the mobs everywhere else, and only spawn mobs around players.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's what they kind of do, really, right? Like,
Yeah,
so I mean,
that's what they do. It's just the bubble's obviously quite small
Yeah.
at the moment.
yeah. And sometimes it's clearly not
Not working
responsive
properly.
enough. Yeah, it doesn't take into account the fact that I'm literally in the building with a zombie or a hive or whatever when, I am. But that's just a little pet peeve for the game. I mean, you can always criticize a game for everything, but other than that, it's been
Absolutely.
pretty fucking good recently, all things considered. Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of my little thing.
I think that's a fairly important little thing though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, we could leave it here. We've talked quite a bit.
I think I was
45
just thinking the
minutes.
same thing. We've been talking a lot
so-
of shit for a long time.
quite a lot. We did spend ages talking about those bullets, but I mean, all worth it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't wait for us to be wrong about every single one of those.
Yeah, we're gonna get the results or the results. It's not like a test.
The result. It's we've not been sitting exams.
Oh.
We're not being graded on this.
Yeah, no, not
Unless
really
we are.
exams. I guess
Then
it
we're
would
fucked.
It would be, oh yeah, we'd definitely lose.
We're gonna get a bollocking from the head teacher.
So we're
Bollocking.
ending, right?
Yeah.
Some closing thoughts or
Don't play Hunt.
Don't play Hunt. My brain doesn't work anyway.
No, you got any closing thoughts?
I'll close your thought.
No, I
if you know
don't
what
think
mean.
so.
You don't think so? Okay, cool. No issues. Yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure talking, I guess. And if you're
No,
watching,
it's not been a pleasure talking to you.
and if you're watching, hopefully it's been somewhat enjoyable to.
It better have been a pleasure.
To
Because I know where you live. I'm right behind you.
Ignore him. He doesn't. It's been a fun time.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get some cool updates, and we'll be able to give you some more info and stuff, and catch you up on random stuff and complain a bunch more. So we will catch you guys in the next episode of Hunt Showdown, a discussion series, which will be out in probably about 2 weeks.
That's
yeah.
fucked.
It is fucked. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Adios.
Ta-ta.
Yeah.